is AI gobbledygook, like actual nonsense trash, because it's the easiest thing to just fart out onto the platform. It's infinite content, and when you just scroll, most of the videos you get are AI these days. And the most viewed videos, like if you, instead of just anecdotal evidence about like most videos you get, provably some of the most viewed videos, if you go by views, are AI generated shorts. That is a bleak future, one that a lot of people have expressed their concern over, hoping that YouTube would step in and maybe do more to stop the platform just becoming a cesspool of just AI trash.
Okay, what do you think? Get into chat. Let me know what you think. Do you think YouTube has got to put a damper on AI created content, or are they accepting it as a tool and wanting it to be an assistant to creators and make YouTube much more open and accessible to people who don't really have much of a talent?
Neal, on the other hand, the CEO, believes that that's actually a really good thing, because it's giving people that lacked the skills and equipment the ability to put that in front of you. This article mentions that YouTube is expanding their AI moderation tools, even in the midst of so many people flagging just how bad they have been and how wrong they have been across the entire platform. The article then makes a mention of just how much money this platform is bringing in, which only makes sense that they can't afford to pay more money for better tools. Instead, they just need to just have AI do it poorly for them. Neal said, however, AI will open the door for a new class of creators who previously lacked technical skills or equipment, arguing the tech will revive YouTube's early era of enthusiastic amateurs while helping the platform surface stronger content overall. That's a very interesting perspective on it all, and I feel like that's one you could only achieve by huffing endless amounts of glue to deteriorate your brain to a level of delusion that I find almost enviable. You really think that by giving these AI tools to everyone out there, what you are getting in return is the old era of YouTube of enthusiastic amateurs producing content? In what universe? Like, I don't see Neal really getting into the weeds of any of it. Like, what are you talking about? Here's a guy who's more than willing to plug his ears to it and just let it ride until there's enough of a hubbub about it on Twitter, then someone will step in and fix it for him. Now, just to give you a whole picture of what was said here in the interview, he's optimistic about the implications of AI for his company in the world, believes YouTube could see a return to the early villagey days when it was populated by a higher proportion of exuberant amateurs, which I've already completely dove into by this point, but just wanted you to see what was actually said in the article itself. AI will create an entirely new class of creators that today can't do it because they don't have the skills or they don't have the equipment. Again, they are not the ones doing it with these AI tools, Neal. It is the AI doing it for them based off of a couple of sentences. I wouldn't necessarily say that harkens back to the days of the early villagey days when YouTube was populated by a higher proportion of exuberant amateurs, Neal. It's so fucking silly. But the same rule will apply, which is there will be good content and bad content, and it will be up to YouTube and our investment in technology and algorithms to bring that to the fore. That's true, Neal. Now, can you point out some of the good AI content you're trying to describe here? Because I don't think that shit exists. It is very much the entire purpose of it to be cheap, easy, and infinite. And that is how it is being used on YouTube right now. Go on your own platform, Neal, and scroll TikToks for just 15 seconds. You're only going to be seeing a ton of trash, mostly AI.
We're living in interesting times because of this artificial intelligence and the way technology is starting to rear its ugly head, just the way the internet itself changed everything when it really became big back in the late 80s, early 90s. It was a world game changer. Well, AI is even going to be a bigger problem, if you call it that. It's going to be a bigger change. Things are really going to start changing around us infinitely faster with AI. And so I don't know. What do you think? And I thought I'd just give you an example. We're going to run up to GoogleLLM here in a minute, and I'm going to show you just how fast AI can help you do something here. You may be aware of GoogleLLM, and you may not be, but we're going to find out. And I want to show you just how fast something can be created. Let's say, for example, I don't know, why you should write a book. let's say I'm strolling along and I see the YouTube recession has begun. YouTube views are crashing. Do this now. All right, here we've got a 40-minute video. YouTube views are crashing now. I'm going to click on now.
Algorithms change. Platforms evolve.
And let's say I don't want to watch this 40-minute video. What can I do? Well, I can go into share. I can copy that. I can copy the URL to the video. I can come up here to GoogleLLM. I can create a new notebook. Under YouTube, I'm going to paste the URL. Insert. Now it's going to create me a notebook. And what this is going to do is going to look at that video. It's going to pull the transcript from that video. And then I've got all of these options here. I can make a video overview. You see it generating right here. I can do all kinds of reports. I can do a briefing document. You'll notice it's generating right here. I can do what else can we do? Just whatever you want. You can make a blog post. You can do a white paper, a beginner's guide, a study guide, a concept explainer. We can do let's do a beginner's guide. I've got all three of those things generating now. If I click on the briefing doc, you can see it right here. This is the content of that 40-minute video broken down that I can read later. But do you see what I'm saying? This is what you call AI-generated content, taking a YouTube video and keeping me, I don't have to watch it. If I don't want to spend 40 minutes watching your video, I'll just take it over to Google LLM and we'll, have it give me a summary. And I can just read the summary at my leisure later on. But you get the idea here is, you can see what Chris was talking about in terms of AI slop and how AI will help somebody like me who is lazy, doesn't want to do anything himself, wants to take advantage of all the AI tools available to get content on my channel. I have no talent. I have no skill. So I can go in and use all of these tools and create content for my channel without having to do much of anything. All I've got to do is basically copy and paste. Well, all right. Looks like it's finally gone through here. I wanted to see it. This is the video that was created.
Okay, so if you're a creator, I'm betting you felt it. That little pit in your stomach when you check your analytics and the numbers just aren't hitting like they used to. Well, I've got some good news. Even if your views are down, your income really doesn't have to be. So let's dive into this 5-step playbook for what the creator economy is going to look like. First things first, let's just get real for a second. Are your YouTube views down? If you're nodding your head right now, you are not alone. I promise. This is something that's happening across the entire platform, from channels that are just starting out to creators with millions of subscribers. It's a huge shift, and the first step to beating it is understanding it. Look, the game has totally changed. The old way of thinking, that more views automatically equals more success, or that you have to chase these viral hits, or that you can just depend on one platform, that's a recipe for disaster now.
Okay, you get the idea. This is what was generated from this content that I uploaded from that YouTube. So we went from here to here and created this here, along with all those other reports that are available. All of this stuff is available. Anything that we create, we've got all these options that we can create. And then if I want to, I can take this video that was created and I can download it right here. And now I have it. And it's basically a narrated slideshow based on that content, and I can repackage it. And if I wanted to and really spend some time on it, I could probably add some B-roll to it and add some other video clips and sort of play around with it and then post it to my channel. And again, you have to think about the ethics of the whole thing. Is this ethical? Something to think about. And then I still am trying to think through that myself.
And when you ba-da-ba-da-ba